Well, welcome back, Chubby Chasers. It's a beautiful day here in far north Queensland. Not a quick update. I'm going to have to do something a little bit different in this video because sadly I've reached the limit of what I'm able to do with the paramotoring without my flying instructor being here. In actual fact, it seems I've probably pushed that limit a little bit. So I'm not able to get out and do any paramotoring. I'm about 1,500 kilometers away from my flying school, and there's not much more I can actually do. I don't think that's going to be beneficial. I don't feel motivated in this rough weather to be going down to the beach and flying the kite a little bit more. It turns out that having a kite in the air and a motor on your back here in Australia is considered to be illegal if you've not got a full paramotor license. I don't make the rules, a little bit over-regulated as you know, but when in Rome you have to do what the Roman emperors say. So today I'm going to do something different. I want to just have a quick look at some of the equipment that I've managed to gather while I've been here spending all my money, and I wanted to show you my helmet. So I don't know whether you can hear me because I can't hear a bloody word I'm saying, but here's my helmet. I kind of wanted to show you my helmet because I rigged it up myself, kind of. So this is actually an Icaro Solar X helmet. It's kind of designed for paragliding and air sports and those kind of things. And with the Icaro you can buy yourself, a communication system that goes with them. But I kind of like this Sena gear. Everybody seems to have it. You've seen it in a lot of the videos. But the great thing is you've got awesome connectivity options. So I decided to go out and buy one of the higher end Sena models, which is the Tufftalks. Now the Tufftalks, they're not designed for use on a paramotor or aircraft. They're actually designed to be used in an industrial environment. So these are industrial ear defenders with a communication system built in. Problem with these is that they come with a special hard hat mount that you can't mount to a helmet. But luckily, when you order an Icaro helmet, it comes with ear defenders built in. And what I've noticed is that you can actually adapt the helmet system to fit the Tufftalks, and that's what I've done. Very, very simple, and I'll show you how. Nope, can't hear a thing. Foot drag. I'm thinking about making this into a reserve parachute. Do you like my helmet, Jazz? Hey, do you like my helmet? Am I a cool dad? Am I a cool dad? What did you just say? I can't hear you. Did you say I'm handsome? Do you think I'm handsome? Is that what you said? I can't hear you. Am I beautiful? I'm in a lot of trouble. There's grass on my feet. And I've walked it into the house. A bad boy. Right, okay, so I wanted to show you my helmet then. So this is the Icaro Solar X 2000. You see the box here. Got this in the white, love this funky pattern. It comes with these earmuffs or ear defenders. Comes with those built in, that's pretty good. What it doesn't come with is this little bit here that I've attached just to show you. But this is kind of the setup that the Tufftalks come in. So these are the Tufftalks. The Tufftalks are an industrial headset with a communication system built in. Now these are made by Sena, and I know a lot of guys out there on YouTube seem to be loving the Sena stuff. Now when these come, you can see on the little picture there, if it focuses, these Sena Bluetooth headsets come with this funky little thing, which is actually a mount designed to go onto a hard hat. The hard hats normally have a little slot and they just clip into the slot. Very simple, very straightforward. The problem is paraglider helmets and paramotor helmets don't come with slots in them. This one though, the Icaro, comes with a little threaded screw hole. You can see there's two here at the front. They're actually for attaching visors to. But there's a very similar thing just here, where the headsets actually mount. And you can see there's a screw that's gone in to fasten these on. But when you get the Sena, they don't come with that attachment. They come with this attachment. The advantage of this attachment, of course, is when it's locked in, you can do this funky thing with the headset, so you can move it backwards. What you have to do to fit these Tufftalks to the helmet is just simply remove this from the Tufftalks, and you do that by just removing the screw. Straightforward. Oops. Oops, that's on the floor, don't worry. And what you get is this little half moon. This comes away, and we can throw that in the bin. Now we have this little half moon that goes that way round with a screw hole. So what we do with the Tufftalks is we would mount it there with the screw. Now, what is different though is with the Tufftalks, once you actually remove this piece, this left here is just hard plastic. And the original headsets had a little piece of foam that was stuck to here that actually protects the helmet. So what you had to do was peel it off these. You can probably see some of the glue left behind. You peel that foam off and you stick it onto the similar piece that was on the Tufftalks. And then that allows you to screw this to the helmet. You probably see the foam in there without damaging the helmet. So there we go, and that was fairly straightforward. Then all we have to do is route the cable. I don't know whether you can see that very well. There's a cable that goes between these two headsets, and that is kind of routed down here. I've put it underneath the padding that's inside the helmet. So that fits there very, very neatly. And there we are. Now, I quite liked the idea of the Sena Tufftalks because everything was built into one module. With some of the other Sena communication systems, you kind of have to wire it into your helmet and put the earphone inside the ear defenders and fasten a microphone on somehow. Some people stuck them to the ear defenders, other people stuck them to the helmet. Well, I like the fact that this is an all-in-one unit. So there we go. There's a few funky features that come with the Tufftalks, but you can read about these online. They have the built-in ambient sound, which really means if you use this dial here, when you've switched on ambient sound, you can hear what's going on outside the earmuffs, and you can dial in and out the volume, or up and down. So if you land, you've still got the earmuffs on, you want to hear what your friends are saying to you, you can turn on the ambient sound and you can hear the sound coming through the inside. When you want it all quiet again, you dial it down. This jog wheel's used for a few other features. It's got a push button on here. It's got things like push to talk. You can connect these to a radio. They connect to your phone. I've been listening to music on them, making phone calls, and you can actually activate Siri if you've got an iPhone. And all you have to do is just press the button and Siri will hear you. And then you can say, hey Siri, text the wife, I'm coming home, put the dinner on. You'll also see that it has a little antenna on here, something to snag your lines on, I guess. You can swap this out for a larger one, increases your range. I believe this has got a 0.8 or a 0.9 kilometre range, but if you put the big aerial on, you get 1.4 kilometres. I just kind of think if you want that kind of range, you know, maybe you just use your phone. I've added a link, you know, the Tufftalks, don't know if you've seen them. I'll put a link down below in the description. You'll be able to see where you can get those from, and your local dealer should be able to get you one of the Icaro helmets. I've heard around the world they're difficult to get hold of. Here in Australia, it wasn't too bad. I did have to wait a few weeks for it, but it didn't take too long. That's actually not bad by Australian standards.
Check out where I live. Beautiful, eh? Soon be swapping this. All this greenness for brown, dry, sandy, deserty Andalusian Spain. Excited. But for now, I'll be finishing my training in Australia. Would be cheaper to finish it in Spain, but you know, when you've found yourself a good instructor that you trust, you kind of feel as though you need to stick with him or her and complete your training. So that's what I'm going to do. Shout out then to Tribal Flight and Matt Fox. Thank you for your input, guys. Sorry for any embarrassment my videos cause you. Well, thank you for making it this far into the video. If you're enjoying these videos and you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Click the little bell icon, that way you'll get notifications. Some good stuff coming up in the future. Leave us a comment down below. I like to answer most of the comments. And until the next video, thank you for watching.